Right now at noon, cleanup continues around the state after storms last weekend. What the estimated damage total is. And it's officially football season as the Green Bay Packers take the field for the first day of training camp.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now on this Thursday afternoon. We'll get to those stories in a bit, but first, let's head to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Dave Caulfield has a look at your first alert forecast, sort of cut and paste from yesterday.
Exactly. Another classic summer day shaping up across southern Wisconsin already. Temperatures are in the low 80s. Plenty of sunshine out there. Just some high clouds showing up on the WISC-TV Skycam in Madison, but overall, a pretty nice day once again. Visible cloud track showing a few more clouds off to the west. I don't expect any showers, though, this afternoon, so that is a little bit different compared to the last couple of days. 82 in Madison, 81 in Janesville at the noon hour, 79 in Platteville. Dew points are starting to come up just a little bit, but still relatively comfortable in Madison and Monroe, but closer to southwestern Wisconsin, especially the rural spots, we are starting to see some more uncomfortable air. So feeling like 83 in Mineral Point, 82 in Platteville, and 83 in Prairie du Chien. Day planner showing temperatures will rise into the mid-80s for highs today. Partly sunny skies on the way for tomorrow and some warmer temperatures as well. We'll talk about an uptick in humidity into this weekend in your first alert forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, it was a nice break for a while.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to come back sometime.
All right, Dave, thank you. Damage cleanup and power restoration is ongoing in Wisconsin as the result of the recent destructive storms. A report from the Wisconsin Department of Military Affairs pegs preliminary damage at $1.9 million, but many counties have not yet reported that is to the state. The State Emergency Operations Center says about 16,000 customers remain without power, while service has been restored to 273,000 across the state. The National Weather Service now says there were 16 tornadoes that touched down in the state between July 18th and the 20th. Madison police say two people stole more than $6,000 worth of cigarettes from an East Side gas station. The pair made off with 76 cartons of smokes after breaking into the Quick Trip on West Broadway. Surveillance video shows two people wearing hooded sweatshirts prying their way into the store. The suspects left a crowbar at the scene. The man who kidnapped Jamie Kloss and killed her parents in northern Wisconsin has been moved to a prison in New Mexico. The New Mexico Corrections Department has confirmed that Jake Patterson has been transferred to one of its prisons from the Dodge Correctional Institution in Waupun. Wisconsin corrections officials recommended that Patterson be sent to a maximum security prison out of state due to security concerns because of the notoriety of the case. A judge sentenced Patterson to life in prison in May for fatally shooting James and Denise Kloss in their Barron home and holding 13-year-old Jamie captive for 88 days. Sources tell CBS News that financier Jeffrey Epstein may have tried to kill himself in jail. According to one source, he was found earlier this week on the floor of his cell, crying, semi-lucid and depressed. He was treated in the infirmary, and his injuries did not appear to be life-threatening. Authorities are also investigating whether another inmate may have attacked the 66-year-old or if Epstein may have created the incident to get a transfer to another jail. Epstein was arrested earlier this month on sex trafficking and conspiracy charges. The federal government is going to resume capital punishment for the first time in nearly 2 decades. Attorney General William Barr made the announcement today, saying the decision was made related to 5 death row inmates convicted of murdering children and the elderly. Only 3 inmates in the federal system have been executed in the past half-century. The fallout from former special counsel Robert Mueller's 6 hours of testimony is just beginning. Nicole Killian is on Capitol Hill with a look at what's next.
President Trump continued to declare victory on Twitter one day after former special counsel Robert Mueller testified on Capitol Hill.
This was a very big day for our country. This was a very big day for the Republican Party. And you could say it was a great day for me, but I don't even like to say that. It's great.
Democrats say Mueller laid out evidence of potential criminal activity.
Mueller made clear that the president is not exonerated. Mueller found evidence of obstruction of justice and abuses of power by the president. The report said the president could be indicted for obstruction of justice after he leaves office.
Democrats huddled after the Mueller hearings to discuss the need for further investigations and possible impeachment proceedings.
So when we go down this path, We want it to be as unifying for our country, not dividing. And that's why we want it to be the strongest possible case.
Republicans say it's time to move forward.
Democrats have to stop wasting time and trying to have a do-over of the 2016 presidential election.
House Judiciary Chairman Jerry Nadler says his committee is headed to court today to compel former White House counsel Don McGahn to testify before Congress. Nicole Killian, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And McGahn has refused to comply with a subpoena to testify after the Justice Department said he could not be compelled to speak to Congress because of executive privilege. Puerto Rico's embattled Governor Ricardo Rosselló is stepping down after 12 days of protest. He's resigning effective August 2nd in the face of public furor over an obscenity-laced online chat that showed the governor and close advisors insulting women and mocking constituents, including the victims of Hurricane Maria. The 40-year-old Rosselló is the first governor to resign in the modern history of Puerto Rico. Justice Secretary Wanda Vasquez will become the new governor. Well, football season is officially underway in Green Bay. The tradition continued this morning as Packer players rode fans' bikes to training camp. The Packers are taking the field right now under new head coach Matt LaFleur. The green and gold will play in front of fans at Lambeau Field on Friday, August 2nd for family night. Then J.J. Watt and the Houston Texans will come to town on Thursday, August 8th for the first preseason game. And in more local news, nearly 100,000 people expected at this year's Sunflower Days, which returns to Middleton's Pope Farm Conservancy after a year off. Visitors can see more than 500,000 sunflowers in bloom in the 9-acre sunflower field. This year's events start tomorrow and runs until August 4th. It costs $4 per adult to get into the fields. Kids 12 and under get in for free. There is no parking at the Conservancy, so a shuttle bus service will be provided to bring people to the event. That service will help address crowd concerns, the reason the event was called off last year.
That's one of the reasons we change it up here this year, is that because of the fact that we've had so many people in the past years that we've hired organization to do organizational structure for us. So we're going to shuttle people in from various locations around the town, and we're going to bring them here into Sunflower Days, and it's going to be great over the next 10 days.
And you can walk through the sunflower fields between 8 a.m. and sunset each day. And new this year, a 5K run walk through the fields. That's 1 week from tonight at 7 o'clock. And there's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
If your side dishes are getting a bit boring, then just wait until you see what new go-along we have for you today.
Here's the
Over the years, we've done all sorts of segments that feature couscous, and it's really exciting to see how so many of you have fallen in love with this Moroccan favorite. I guess what makes it so darn popular is that it's so versatile. So here's a way that's perfect for summer, since it's fresh tasting and can be served hot or chilled. To get things going, we heat some olive oil in a soup pot and add a chopped onion. Once it's golden, we add chicken broth, a bag of frozen mixed veggies that we've thawed, a chopped tomato, some fresh dill, and a bit of garlic powder and salt. After this comes to a boil, we slowly stir in a box of couscous. We'll cover it and take it off the heat, then let it stand for a few minutes. When it's light and fluffy, it's ready to be served right out of the pot. Or you can let it chill and serve it as a novel replacement to a traditional pasta salad. Either way, hot or cold, it's a colorful addition to any table, any time of the year. Maybe try serving it stuffed in a pita for a fun change of pace. To get the simplest can be recipe for vegetable couscous, all you have to do is visit our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a veggie-packed way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, Howard, thank you. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, another sunny and warm summer day across the area. Meteorologist Dave Caulfield has your first alert forecast right after the break. Nissan makes massive cuts and Olympic medals get a makeover from an unlikely source. Wendy Gillette has more in today's Money Watch report.
Nissan has announced it will cut 12,500 jobs. The move comes after news the Japanese automaker's first quarter profits plummeted about 90% from a year earlier. The layoffs add up to around 9% of workers. Southwest Airlines reports net income of $741 million for the second quarter, slightly surpassing expectations. This morning, CEO Gary Kelly also announced the airline will continue to ground its Boeing 737 MAX jets until 2020. The nation's largest airline, American, also reported higher than projected numbers with a net income of $662 million. Southwest is the world's largest user of the 737 MAX jet with 34 in its fleet. American has 24. Both airlines have dozens more on order. A new study says fake influencers are costing advertisers $1.3 billion this year. Brands pay the social media influencers to post about products, but many influencers inflate their popularity, buying followers, likes, and comments through bots. The cybersecurity company Check estimates fraud constitutes about 15% of global influencer marketing. And we're getting our first look at the medals for the 2020 Olympic Games in Tokyo. They're made from old cell phones. Metal from more than 6 million old mobile phones is being extracted to make the medals that athletes win. They're designed to resemble polished stones and are considered the first sustainable medals ever featured in the Olympic Games. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Wendy Gillette.
Wendy, thank you. Let's check Wall Street. The Dow Industrials down 204 points at the noon hour. The NASDAQ off 85. The S&P 500 down 21. Not a good day so far on Wall Street. Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee out of the radio barn today. So here are your farm numbers. Time now for the weather. Dave Caulfield is standing by. Things heating up around here.
Yeah, once again, temperatures already into the low 80s across southern Wisconsin. Another warm, kind of classically summer day across southern Wisconsin. We've really seen a lot of those types of days during the month of July. Our average temperature departure is 4 degrees above where we should be, and all of last week we were above normal as far as high and low temperatures kind of smushed together. For the last couple of days, we've actually been exactly where we should be for this time of year. So another day in similar temperature territory on the way for this Thursday, and this weekend is looking warm as well. Right now, 82 in Madison, 79 in Juneau, 81 in the Dells, and 80 in Lone Rock. A little bit warmer closer to the Mississippi River Valley, Prairie du Chien at 83 degrees. Dew points not too bad for many of us. Starting to feel a little bit of sticky air in some spots like Platteville and Mineral Point, where those temperatures are a little bit more uncomfortable. Those dew point temperatures, I should say, in the mid to upper 60s. So as far as air temperatures go, they'll be on the slight incline as we get into the next couple of days. In the upper 80s for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Could be feeling like the mid 90s at times as we get into Saturday and Sunday, with that slight rise in humidity as well. We'll go from dew points in the lower 60s to the mid to upper 60s, and that could be a big difference in how that air feels. We have some storms and showers off to the west across portions of Iowa and Minnesota, so we are starting to see some of the clouds from that make their way into southwestern Wisconsin. I really don't think we'll see much in the way of storms today. I think these are pretty weak. As we can see, they're sort of falling apart in spots. So as this kind of disturbance gets a little bit closer to us, it's really going to start to weaken even further. So I don't expect any rain today across southern Wisconsin. That's a welcome change for some of us, especially west of Madison. We can just deal with the nice sunshine outside. Platteville, under Queen Bee Radio Skycam, we are seeing the increase in clouds from that system, however. So we'll call it partly sunny to mostly cloudy skies. On the Queen Bee Radio Skycam, WISC-TV Skycam in Madison, looking at partly sunny skies right now. Those higher level cirrus clouds are still allowing a lot of sunshine in, though. Temperatures will be in the mid-80s for highs today. Again, not really expecting much in the way of shower activity. You could see off to the west as that gets a little bit closer to the Mississippi River, starts to fall apart. Then for tomorrow, partly sunny skies. Highs should still make it into the mid to upper 80s. Another very warm day on the way. And as we head into Saturday, before we get to the lunch hour, already pushing near 80 degrees. The humidity does go up just a little bit as we head into this weekend. Definitely more noticeable on Friday and Saturday, Sunday as well. We're near 90 on Sunday with a chance of showers and thunderstorms arriving late on Sunday. Sticking around for Monday. Don't think we'll have much rain by the middle of next week with cooler temperatures. And then by the time we get into the start of August, which is just around the corner, crazy to think about it like that, we should have some more shower and thunderstorm chances come our way with temperatures staying in the 80s.
It'll be cool soon enough.
Exactly. Just a couple more months until winter starts.
I wasn't going to go that far, but you went there. Thank you, Dave. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. I'm next. Marissa DeGroot from the Dane County Humane Society is here with our Pet of the Week. She'll introduce us to Corn Chip, adult cats, when we come back. Marissa DeGroot from the Dane County Humane Society is here with Corn Chip, our Pet of the Week. Hi, Marissa.
Hi.
So an adult cat here. Tell us about Corn Chip.
Well, as you can tell, Corn Chip here is a very sweet guy. He's a very laid-back guy, too. He's one of those in the shelter who will give you a head bump as soon as you open up that cage. Yeah. And like you saw me earlier, he's just so curious. He wanted to just walk around and kind of just check everything out.
Yeah, I got a head bump when I first came over. So he was a stray?
Yep, he was found stray. So what we do know about him, he is an adult cat, not, younger than 8. So he's definitely not a senior, but you can tell he's not one of those crazy spry kittens either.
And a lap cat, obviously.
Yes, he's a lap cat. I bet Corn Chip here would love if he would have a nice window to soak in the sunlight. That would probably be his favorite thing.
I love his color. Mm-hmm. And you can change his name if you want.
Yep, I think since he was found stray, we named him at the shelter. I think someone might have been a little hungry when they came up with his name.
And if you're interested in Corn Chip, there's a good deal this weekend.
Mm-hmm. So starting today, it is Catapalooza. And so that is running from today until Sunday. We're reducing adoption fees for adults and seniors. That's $5 and $75 for kittens.
What, $5? That's a deal.
Mm-hmm. We have a lot of great cats. It can really depend like $30 to $40, but those kittens, too, can be up to over $100 normally. So if you're looking for a great cat, we have all different ages, all different personalities. So.
And you still have kittens. I mean, this is kind of late for kitten season.
Yeah, it does seem like a rather late kitten season, but we do have a lot of kittens right now.
All right, well, let's get Corn Chip at home and all the kitties out there at the Humane Society. Big deal this weekend. So 838-0413 is the number to call. GiveShelter.org. You can check out all the animals before you get out there. Marissa, thank you.
Thank you.
See you soon. Here's Dave with a final check of your forecast.
Yeah, a great day for maybe Corn Chip to soak up the sunshine because we have mostly sunny skies right now, helping temperatures get into the lower 80s across southern Wisconsin. Still some upper 70s out there, but still not feeling too bad. The humidity starting to come up a little bit across southwestern Wisconsin. Mostly sunny and warm this afternoon with highs in the middle 80s. And then as we head into the 10-day forecast, we're in the upper 80s Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The humidity starting to be a little bit more noticeable as we get into this weekend with showers and thunderstorms possible late Sunday and on Monday.
All right, find a cool place this weekend. Thank you, Dave. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you back here at 4. In the meantime, have yourselves a great afternoon.